Can someone explain to me what fucking on your bitch means? I need to know.
I don't know.
I need to know how someone can fuck
that bar.
Migos, fucking on your bitch. How do you fuck someone else's bitch on the person's bitch like she's a
Well, you can fuck a chick on another chick.
That's what I mean.
So, mumble rap. Okay, I don't like it. Yeah, me personally, when it comes to music, I like music that makes me feel something other than wanting to spend my money on a new Bugatti. So for me, it's not the one. Yeah, I think music is powerful. It has a major influence on people, and I'd like that influence to be somewhat more intelligent.
I think that mumble rap has its place. I agree that it doesn't give you that same feeling as maybe a different genre, blues, whatever might give you if you're listening to it and you actually enjoy the music because of what the lyrics are saying. I don't know what they're saying, but the beat is cool and I think it has its place in the club or wherever it may be. It gives a vibe, even if it doesn't give you give you a feeling like that. It still gives you a vibe.
I mean, just like everything else, some of it's good, some of it's fucking shit. And my biggest point is this: when people talk about mumble rap, yeah, and they talk about, I don't understand what they fucking say, man. That's not music. I'm like, well, hold on a minute. Did anyone ever understand what fucking Bone fucking Harmony was saying? And you can't fucking say to me they were in a fucking dope house street. So I'm saying, if your fucking point is you can't understand what they're saying, fuck you. Fuck you, Snips. Anyway, alright.
I only need one word: trash. Just trash.
Moving on.
Okay, well, my opinion is I like mumble rap. I think it's good. I understand why purists get upset. I feel like it should have its own genre. It should be something different. But I think it's good. It's easy. It sounds good, and it's doing well. So I just think it should, be given a different name. But I like it.
Interesting.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
No, like I can't argue with personal taste.
Yeah.
But I can't argue. I can't argue. No. At the end of the day, taste is taste. I can't tell you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. Trust me, you don't. I definitely like the idea of giving it being something separate.
I think it should be separate.
Wait, separate to what?
Just
separate in general.
Yeah, it should be like
maybe
yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? Like, it should. Wait. Surely it's a sub-genre of rap, right?
So it's rhyme.
So therefore it's its own fucking thing.
Don't let Marvin Sparks hear you say that. Fucking hell, you'll get a whole other debate.
But wait, can we all agree that mumble rap is a sub-genre of rap?
True, but
Yeah. So therefore it has its own fucking category, right? We don't have to fucking call it something else. I don't get it.
Like grime has its own section. I feel like mumble rap should have its own section because I feel like it's exactly got.
It does. It's just called mumble rap, and grime just called grime. I don't understand the confusion.
Going back to what Sav says about there being a certain place for mumble rap, do you believe that place should be the mainstream? Because that's the point that I have some issues with. Right. I don't know, but I think every music should have its place. Even if you want to make KKK music, let that shit exist on the underground. Do you know what I mean? That's someone's expression. My issue is when certain things that aren't, let's say, culturally enriching, when they are the mainstream, that's when I get upset. And when there is no alternative to that in the mainstream that we can get from rap right now.
It's okay to not like the thing, but I guess from Snips and Aisha's point of view is that them not liking it is more involved with the kind of, I guess, political aspect of it and the cultural aspects and the implications or the negative implications it has on the culture. I'm coming from it straight off the fact of like, I just like the audio aesthetic of it. I just like the sonics. Like, that's where I like it. I'm not saying this is intellectual music. That's not what I'm fucking saying. I'm just fucking saying I like the fucking sonics. When I'm in a club, even when I'm in my yard and I want to get ready and shit, I fucking bump that shit on, man. Like, I've got some Chief Keef tracks that I bump, but I'm not a fan of Chief Keef. Necessarily. Do you get what I'm saying? Alright, when you say it doesn't have a place, or you don't like it being in the mainstream.
Yes.
Why is that? Why shouldn't it exist in the mainstream in your eyes?
Okay, so in my eyes, I don't think it should exist in the mainstream because I think I just don't think it's culturally enriching. I don't think, like you said, you're actually someone who likes the music and you don't get a feeling from it. I think right now in this political landscape, we definitely need music of a feeling, and we definitely don't need music in the mainstream that is encouraging young people to spend their money on bullshit.
I mean, but
okay, I understand what you're saying, right? But what is bullshit to you might not be bullshit to somebody else. That might be their goal in life. To have a Bugatti, that might be their goal in life. Maybe that's bullshit to you. It's also bullshit to me. I still think that vibe it gives me when I'm in the club, I still enjoy that music. I enjoy other types of music way more than I enjoy mumble rap. Don't get it twisted. I think grime I'm a grindhead, I love grinding. If grime was mainstream, I don't think it would be as good as it is.
Definitely not.
Same thing with mumble rap though. I think mumble rap, I don't think it's like the best genre in the world, even in the hip hop.
Can we really think about why it's called mumble rap though?
Yeah, because it's
mumbling.
I still think that every type of genre of music has its place. Not just because it's something that I subscribe to. I don't really enjoy punk rock. I don't enjoy heavy metal rock, but I still think that it has its place in society. Same way mumble rap does. I don't think it should be called mumble rap because I think it's probably a little bit derogatory. But if I go to a club and I hear Migos come on, I'm gonna start bopping my head and maybe it might bust a little dab.
It's like saying, like how we created a subcategory for people that can't actually do what the genre suggests. It's like saying, my boy made this analogy, which is like, you're not like we've now made it niche to actually be lyrically inclined. No, like we've made it a niche thing. Oh, he's one of them lyrical rappers. That's ridiculous. That's like
J. Cole.
But I'm saying, what I'm saying is the fact that we now consider like people who actually put some time and effort into writing lyrics. We consider that niche. To me, that's bizarre.
Oh, wait, hold on.
But like, hold on, let me just say this because I have this theory. Yeah, I'm not gonna ramble on, but I do have this theory, right? There's 3 generations of people here. Like, there's my generation, you two, and then you two. There's like 3 generations. So, your generation and my generation, we were slightly older, but we used to watch shit like Bangs for entertainment. You remember Bangs? I'ma take you to the movie show. Like, we used to watch really, really bad shit just to laugh at. Anyone who's watching this knows Bangs. Everybody knows Take You to the Movies, yeah?
I'm sorry,
if you don't know that, watch that shit. Or Cold in the D. You remember the Cold in the D? So cold in the D. No? You must.
That was a viral video.
Doesn't matter, we can do our
But
research.
basically, watch that shit. This is what we used to watch to laugh at. We used to scour the internet to find the most ridiculous shit we could to laugh at. And now what's happened is, the next generation, because the concept of trolling is so like fucking huge, we just see a president win an election based off of it. Now what's happened is artists are starting to realize shit. People actually watch my videos more if I just make ridiculous shit. Now the younger generation, because they don't have any other reference points, they actually think this is real music. The only difference between Bangs and Lil Yachty is that Lil Yachty has pink dreads and a Supreme hoodie, and fucking Bangs is dressed in a FUBU jersey with a do-rag on, so it's not seen as aspirational to be like that. But the music's the fucking same.
It's just, this is, you know what, Stips, you know I love you, but it's just the old man in you, man, because it's like, the problem is this, like for me, the cycle repeats itself. Like every generation, they look down the other, well, not every, but
no, bro. Let me tell you something.
Most people are saying,
let me stop
when things evolve, yeah.
Because you're wrong.
Alright, you're gonna say, what am I saying?
First to say it's an old man in me. Let me tell you something, yeah. Your generation, yeah. Because you're the generation under me. What was popping in 2004, 2005?
In what genre? British rap?
No, just in hip hop.
So you could say people like Ja Rule.
You're gonna say probably what would you reference back? Dipset, Kanye. No, do you know what was popping? Do you know what was really popping? Chingy and J Quad. That's what was popping in the club. Everybody get tipsy. I don't know anyone your age that will admit to liking that shit. But trust me, at the time they liked it, and they were telling my generation, "Oh, you're just old, you don't get it." But believe me, 5 years on, they look back and they be like, "I'm not even gonna admit to liking that shit." I was like a Dipset fan.
There were kids like a Chingy. There was.
There was like they won't admit to it now. In the same way that these kids won't admit to liking Little Yachty or Little Suitcase or whoever the fuck.
Yeah, but like 1.8 is like obviously, you know, when you go to the club, like you said, you just want to listen to like good mumble rap music. Like you don't have to know the lyrics, just dance to it and just listen to like a good beat. So I suppose in that aspect, like you don't have to have like hardcore people. Like so when you're in the club, like sometimes you don't know the lyrics. You're a bit like,
you're not gonna go to the club and listen to Joe Budden, are you?
You don't have to, but there are so much. There was so much.
Do you know how when I was like, well, even you. Joe Budden had the biggest club records out.
Joe Budden was performing that thing was what, Saturday? I went to
For me, it's just like a release. Like, do you know when you just want to listen to music and sometimes you don't want to have to think too hard or be like, oh, what's the lyrics? And it's just nice in the club because I know, especially when I'm in the club, like, and say if a song comes on and I don't know the lyrics, like personally I can dance, but I've got friends that are like, they can't dance if they don't know the lyrics. So at least with mumble rap, it's kind of just like a slur, like with a good beat. So I think that's good.
But For me, if I'm going to a club, I'm not necessarily going there to listen to lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I tell you right now, if you play Pump It Up in the club right now,
13
years after it came out, you'll get a better response than if you play a Little Yachty record.
Oh yeah.
15 years time.
In 13 years time.
First of all, we don't know that yet. You know what I'm saying to you? We don't know that yet.
Look at the pattern, bro. I can't even play a 2 Chainz record in the club right now.
For me,
I get dead response, and he was the biggest thing 4 years ago.
For me, my query is sometimes that why do we think to be able to dance to music it has to be stupid music? It doesn't have to be. Like you can, you know, like sometimes fair enough. Like I might listen to some trap instrumentals. I won't put a voice on that. Do you know what I mean? Like I can handle that. Do you know what I mean? Like to some degree. I'm trying to see in my mind if I can make a mumble melody that's different.
Are you familiar with Timmy Turner, the song Timmy Turner?
I'm definitely not familiar with Timmy Turner.
Future, Designer, like I love all them.
Familiar with Panda?
I just about, isn't that, I don't know, they just repeat Panda a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, even if we look back at, 2004, 2005 and music with Chingy and stuff like that, yeah, it wasn't lyrically like weighty, it wasn't depth, but it wasn't completely ignorant. It wasn't maybe, okay, fair enough, but it wasn't maybe as openly like, ridiculous and misogynistic, it wasn't like I'm
on someone's bitch.
Like,
I get it. Rap's always been misogynistic. Let's not try and act like mumble rap's the only fucking genre.
No, of course not.
Okay, alright, look. As someone said,
we're getting prouder with it. It seems like as we get older and we're developing this sort of thing where we're proud of our ignorance. And that's what mumble rap to me seems to suggest.
The thing is, but there's no art in the way the story's told. The thing is, like someone. It's funny because people always get confused. They're like, "Oh, Snips, you just want to hear conscious shit." No, I don't. My favorite rappers are like Styles P, fucking Ghostface, Raekwon. Like, I like street rap. But the thing is, Ghostface will talk about shooting someone in the face and selling a bunch of crack and slapping his chick up or whatever the fuck, like horrific shit. But there's a level of artistry and there's a level of storytelling, which means that regardless of what, because I don't care, whatever your reality is, I want to hear it. If your reality is J. Cole, he's talking his reality, Raekwon was talking his reality, all these people they're talking their reality, so I don't care how street it is or how conscious it is, just talk your truth. But do it in a way that's artistic. Otherwise, if I'm listening to something and I think, well, I can do that, why the fuck, where's the appeal?
It's not just about I can do that, because for me it's like sometimes music just has to be appreciated for its fucking sonics. Do you know what I'm saying? As opposed to trying to always dissect it and be like, oh, that lyric over there has to relate to this and has to relate to that. Sometimes, like Future, I don't give a fuck what that motherfucker's saying, but it just fucking pleasurable on my ears. Do you know what I'm saying to you? It's just like
because it gets played to you over and over.
No, fuck off, Snips, man. You can't say that to me, man. You can't say that to me because I'm not that guy, man. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy.
I remember when Waka Flocka dropped it first. Everybody that I know that was like, this is a joke. And then suddenly it gets played in clubs. And then suddenly everyone's like, no, I love this shit. I'm like, really? How long did it take you to convince yourself that you liked it?
Short is a part of like, I guess, I won't say being desensitized to the whackness, but I guess that's, for lack of a better term, that's probably what it is. So there's definitely a part of that, you know what I'm saying to you? You might not listen like a song today, hear it 50 times, you might be like, okay.
I DJ for a living and I play records in the club for a living. And I promise you, see all these records, see these huge records, yeah? When I played them before people hadn't heard them, no one danced. They stood still like, what the fuck is this? They had to be told to like it before they start to like it.
No, see, so this is what I'm saying, if you're acting like motherfuckers are just like idiots, unless they get told something,
they are.
Hold on. Sometimes people just don't understand the language of the music. So see, when you're first introduced to something, sometimes if this is the first time you've heard fucking mumble rap, when you used to fucking Styles P and fucking Raekwon and Ghostface, and the first time, thank you! Snips is a fucking bad boy DJ, and he's in the clubs playing music to people who are fucking dancing and fucking love it. But that being said, Snips is playing music that he doesn't like, and he's playing music that he knows other people like, so therefore he's kind of just doing his job in that sense. But it's kind of the same way these artists are doing their job. Like, cause I've even heard 2 Chainz say some shit like, yeah, I used to rap lyrical, but when I realized people don't like that shit, I started rapping dumb. So it's kind of like, yo, Snips is kind of doing the same thing in the clubs that these motherfuckers are doing in their fucking verses. So in that sense, not to say Snips is being hypocritical, but he's just not seeing how he's kind of similar in that aspect. If your audience like one thing, give them what they want. You might even have to react to it. But then you see, you might watch a couple music videos, you might see a couple people on the party, you're like, oh shit, there's a thing.
You get gradually brainwashed.
But you're assuming it's a brainwashing thing. More like, why can't it be a thing of understanding the music, right? I'm saying,
fucking on your bitch. What's that? I need to understand. I want to know what fucking on your bitch is.
Some of my issues with mumble rap is okay because music has a major influence on people. Music and culture go hand in hand, and for me, I'm worried about the young people that we're raising, the young black men that we're raising, and women, in fact, and the other people who are interested in that type of music. There is a ripple effect of, especially right now, when we can look politically, and I'm not gonna go into that, and I'm not saying that just because your pants are down here, you deserve to be shot. Like, that's not my statement at all. Yeah. However, like, for a lot of people, and that's my issue, if there were other forms of hip-hop that could exist within the mainstream.
Yeah, but the mainstream is, we don't decide that.
No, because record labels decide what's mainstream.
I know there's influences, yeah, and obviously, and there's connectors. We all know about the Malcolm Gladwell tipping point. We all get that shit, so it's not just like two people in a fucking office saying, yeah, everyone's listening to this tomorrow, safe and it happens. No, like culturally there needs to be some sort of like, things have to fall in place culturally.
I will tell you one thing, and this is factual, yeah, and I have friends that work in the record industry.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what you're saying here about culturally there has to be a movement for something to, culturally we've seen trolling works, yeah? Like appealing to, like, basically like showing something that people hate enough, or for them to laugh at enough for them
just
to actually study. Yeah. So I know this for a fact, yeah? There's an inside joke within the industry on mumble rap. Like, there are A&Rs literally looking for artists thinking, let's find the most ignorant, stupid black artists we can for people to laugh at and to be paraded like a fucking idiot. And let's see. No, I didn't just start from mumble rap. And let's see if people are stupid enough to actually buy it. Now it's got to the point, because that's always existed. That's always existed. Now it's got to the point, the artists themselves, Little Yachty's a perfect example. Again, because I know who Little Yachty was living with in LA, yeah, and I know how his story came about, yeah. Little Yachty was basically pushed with people saying, do it, this shit is so bad, do it, see if anyone actually likes it. OG Mako came out and said, I only made that song to see if you idiots were stupid enough to buy it. So for me,
they don't respect the audience.
This is they're laughing at the people, they're laughing at me. But look, last point, let me say my last point.
And take you away.
Now this is a directed at you guys, possibly not even you guys. This is directed at people my age, that are convincing themselves, that they love mumble rap and convincing themselves. Listen, you sound creepy. All this talk about for the kids, for the culture, for the kids. Why are you so obsessed with kids? You're in your 30s. It's alright to be in your 30s and like music that is targeted to your demographic. Stop trying to convince yourself in your Hood by Air t-shirts and your leather shorts and kids. It sounds creepy.
I don't see anything wrong with us accidentally, even by the process of trolling, may have stumbled across a genre of music or a subgenre of rap that actually sounds pretty good, even if we are taking a fucking piss.
It's sonically
It's sonically fucking blazing, even if we are taking a fucking piss.
You honestly think, what's that, my head is round like a cherry.
No,
cold like Minnesota. Cold like Minnesota. That doesn't sound good, bro.
I'm gonna say that straight up.
I'm a fuck with Lil Yachty.
It's about individual.
Exactly.
Lil Yachty is terrible.
I know what you mean.
Young, you go.
I think I'm saying something like Hudson. Like, he did a song called No Words. It's basically like mumble rap.
Thank you. Perfect. Fucking perfect.
We understand.
Fucking perfect.
It's like, it doesn't make sense, but it sounds good. It's like
No, but
perfect fucking example.
He was taking the piss out of mumble rap.
But it sounded good. It sounded good, Snips. It fucking sounds good though, even if he was taking the fucking piss.
That song got more views than any other song he did, and it was taking the piss.
It sounds good though.
It's almost backing up both of your points though. That's what I'm saying. It sounded good. That's why it got so many views. It also got so many views because it was literally taking the piss out of a genre. That's
and see that Hobson track. Sorry, you gotta forgive me. What's your name?
Naomi.
Sorry, Naomi. See that Hobson track, It's actually funny because when he dropped that fucking piss take, I was like, alright, because I'm quite Hobson. I'm quite a fan of Hobson. Anyway, when he dropped that piss take track I was like, okay, you can take the piss. Let me see what it's like. And obviously I knew he was doing. He was fucking trolling and saying, look at you fucking rap rappers. I got it. And I get the background Hobson's from.
He says at the end of it,
hold on,
one of you's gonna be like, oh, but this shit sound good though. Like, he's laughing at you.
I get it. But in that same bracket of what I understand the point he's trying to make with this fucking track and music video, in that whole bracket of that, it still fucking sounded good.
What's the definition of music?
An art of sound and time that expresses ideas and emotions in significant forms through the elements of rhythm, melody, harmony, and color.
There we go.
Significant would be a key word here. You know, the artists themselves.
But this is
To be honest, I feel like that's a good try. When Kendrick Lamar's Alright gets dropped in the club, it gets a bigger response than anything else. That shit invokes a real feeling, not like a feeling, like a real fucking feeling.
Because we're in a fucked up political climate, especially in America anyway. Why does that then mean now everything we listen to has to be politically motivated? I don't understand.
Because it's making people dumber. Because a lot of people, I will say this, because a lot of people don't necessarily, you see it. People, Beyonce has twins, people feel personally affected by this.
That's just celebrity pop culture. And
Yes,
it's always
and lots of
existed.
people- yes,
It's
and
always
that's-
existed.
exactly.
I don't understand how mumble rap is making
in the
the
same
world
way-
any more worse
in
than
the
a
same
fucking
way-
Celebrating stupidity, bruv. When I say celebrating stupidity, yeah, look at these interviews with little Uzi Vert and little Yachty or whatever. They were like, yeah, I don't even care about that shit. Yeah, I don't care. That's old people music. That's this whatever. Hip hop's the only genre that fucking co-signs celebrating stupidity like that. If you go speak to a guitarist who's 19 years old, believe me, he studied Jimmy Page and Jimi Hendrix and all the greats. You see what I'm saying? For hip hop, these are the artists, because Kendrick Lamar don't do it, J. Cole don't do it. They come out and they pay homage to the artists that inspired them, and they pay homage to the people that built the, you know, these new artists, they don't do that. They celebrate being ignorant.
What Teef was saying was that regardless of what music he was listening to around the same time we're talking about 2004, 2005, whatever, he's now the person that he is.
Yeah.
Right. Same with me. I'm a 21-year-old guy. Yeah. I grew up listening to Bob Marley and listening to whoever that my mum was playing or what my brother gave me, whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, I listen to trash. Yeah, I'm not trash. What music I listen to doesn't define who I am. And maybe it isn't as intellectual as your Nas's, your J. Cole's, your Kendrick's. Fine, that's cool. They have their place as well. I enjoy listening to those just as much as I enjoy, maybe not just as much as I enjoy listening to Migos, because I probably enjoy J. Cole more than I do Migos. I definitely wouldn't start listening to Migos in my room because that's just not something I would do. I'm more into my Bob Marley's and my Peter Tosh and, you know, all the old school dancehall people, old school reggae heads. So, I mean, that's just not something I would do. But, you know, like I say, I think it has its place.
Why are we now paying special attention because mumble rap exists now? And as that, see, I don't think mumble rap is as mainstream as you like. Look,
And then who else?
let's not act like the only rap that exists nowadays. Yeah, it's mumble rap. Because it's
The
fucking
rap
not.
that's celebrated is what we're saying. The rap that is celebrated highly amongst tastemakers, amongst influencers, amongst people with actual platforms is mumble rap.
If I play a 2 Chainz record in Living Proof next week, I will get no reaction whatsoever. 2 Chainz was the biggest artist 3-4 years ago.
Of course he was, yeah.
But the thing is, like, whereas if I play a Biggie record, even to a bunch of 20-year-olds, they're still gonna wild out to it. That to me suggests that people don't really like the music. They like it because it's fashionable at the time.
But you were saying that like we're celebrating stupidity, and I don't think we are, because like I know I've got friends that are like they don't want to listen to 21 Savage because his lyrics are too dark. He goes in about intense stuff. So what's wrong with just listening to music that's just good and that just makes you feel good? Like, why does it have to be political when
It doesn't have to be political.
Yeah, because like what I know what you mean, because like obviously music used to mean something, but like and obviously there is music still out there that like has like a valid point, but why can't we just listen to music that just sounds good and that makes us feel good?
Like Eminem, like he's so lyrically like, you know, on point, and he has really big issues to say, but sometimes it's nice just to like listen to some fun music.
Let's not also deny that we're humans, yeah? And part of being humans is that, you know, most times we want to appease each other so we can fit in our collective and fit in our group, and then I guess from an evolutionary point of view, it's like when you're in your tribe, you stick together. If you're not in your tribe, that could potentially mean you fucking die. Cool. So we still got that kind of wiring in our brain. So surely you understand why things become cool to be into. You get what I'm saying to you? So we can't always fucking hate on that because it's part of being fucking human.
I see a ripple effect when I speak to people. I see a ripple effect in the things that they want to buy. I see a ripple effect in the type of women they choose to desire now. I see a ripple effect in the types of hair they want their girl to have, or the types of children, what race they want them to be. I see a ripple effect in that because this is art. And at the same time, regardless of whatever we want to call it, whether it's music or not, these people are still approaching an art form, you know? And when we put certain ideas that are quite dangerous in our art, we're not doing ourselves any favors. I feel like we're being manipulated. I feel like those...
And laughed at. Literally
I feel
laughed
like
at.
those artists are manipulating. You can learn a lot from things that you disagree with. And I think I understood deeply, more so than I did before, how much this music just makes people feel good. And how much, regardless of the repercussions of feeling good, people like to feel good. I can't say that today has inspired me to listen to any mumble rap, but I do DJ now. And so there is this conflict of like, do I have to play mumble rap if I want to do more DJ gigs? I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to. There's enough people doing that, but yeah, I don't think I've been inspired. And also, based on what Snips is saying as well, like you're saying it's right, but there is no lifespan in music. What you played last week will not be relevant in 1 month's time, and we're doing a disservice to the artists as well. We're putting them through depression and mad bills, you know what I mean, and all that kind of stuff, right, regardless. But still, these are human beings, and we're all trying to do the best that we can on earth, you know? We're all trying to do what's right, and I just think, you know, life is about growth, and this is stunting a lot of people. The best thing about it is that anybody can do it as long as you have enough conviction and confidence in your mumbles.
I just don't pay, I don't pay attention, but I'm just like, certain people are just gonna fall by the wayside. Like the same way, if you get 100 people together and you give them weed and alcohol, there's gonna be 80% that can deal with it, 10% are not gonna touch it, and 10% is gonna be fucking on the street begging for more shit tomorrow. You know what I'm saying to you? There's always gonna be people that just fall by the wayside. Not 100% of people are gonna just be able to deal with this thing, I guess, for lack of a better term, amicable fashion or whatever the scenario is. Cool. But do you know what that stems down to me for when you're talking about people laughing at us? Is just that there's a still kind of like concept in the air that black folks still, or black culture has somewhat have to impress white people. Like we always, like, why do we have to seem like white people look at us like, oh,
I'm talking about white people.
So if that's the case,
we do what we fucking do, man. They don't understand mumble rap, they just don't fucking get it.
They understand mumble rap. They're the ones selling you mumble rap.
They're not selling me shit, you know what I'm saying to you?
If you feel like that, which I fully think is a completely like the way anybody should feel, then stop buying into what white people telling you.
That's what I'm saying. You're assuming that white people have told me to like mumble rap, bro.
White people are signing shit. White people are feeding the taste.
To those motherfuckers that buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're talking to someone that's not involved with that shit, bro. I mean, let's be honest. Most journalists that perpetuate this music or push it out there are fucking white middle class people that don't really come from these experiences. But at the end of the day, these things have to get made. And if these motherfuckers in the hood are making this shit, they're fucking making it. So these white folks then want to be like, okay, you know what? I think this is cool, yada yada yada. Let me put it on. Let me show it to the masses. It's just what it is. I do think he has a point, but this is not necessarily a point that relates to me because I'm one of those people that are being influenced by it. But there is a point. There is a certain section of, I guess, white middle class people that are seeing this as some sort of kind of like minstrel show, should I say, for lack of a better term. And they're seeing it as just like black folks jumping around, just like being all giddy and just doing like dumb black people shit. And then they're taking it to another platform to say this is cool because they like the entertainment of watching it, but then they're also kind of intellectualizing it because they don't want to feel bad about liking it. I get that, but that just doesn't relate to me in that sense because I'm not a target audience for that, man. No white person has told me to get into hip hop, and I'm not influenced by Vice magazine or Complex. I don't even read that shit. That's got nothing to do with me. So I get the point of it, but I'm just saying it just doesn't affect me in that same way as it might affect someone else. I'm fucking 31. I can make up my own fucking mind, bro. I like mumble rap. Fucking hell, Jesus